All-time 75% win record on this map.
XLG on the defense here. Raga gets flashed onto the corner, but Bang is waiting for him. Coconut chucked a little bit low, but sticks it. Hangs around, and John makes quick work of Midi as well. He looks to try and swing off contacts with Coconut. Now it's Beaver and Happyway. Neither particularly proximate to the site as Happyway steps up first, going on a bit of a solo endeavor. Was able to sidestep that relay bolt and aware that Zekin is still on the corner, and eventually there's going to be a multi-swing coming his way. He has to know it. Beaver's still not here. Happyway's fighting for himself right now.
Viva slowly creeping through the link. No, going to double up. XLG opting to play together here. They know where Zekin is. We can't going to get that information towards the backside as they scale forward. Time dwindling a bit.
At some point, they've got to give this a tap. Here's Zelsus on the swing, but again, the spacing. Zekin finally arrives. Happyway got it to half the slide on it. It's good! Just rotate through Boba.
There.
Sen, no, Xi Lai Gaming are coming. What degree do they want to challenge forward to the Outlaw? It's a tough ask. Zekin's able to cut them down and then happy to walk away. It's on Midi and Coconut. Sheriff for the latter. And Midi says, you know what? Yeah, I think we're probably pretty cooked here. John, though, would love an early Rolling Thunder. He's about to get more than he bargained for potentially on this swing out. And yes, we'll be dropping that stinger away. Zelsa should be quick enough here to take the kill. Midi will be unaware, not on the line. That's XLG all turned. Paranoia, though, coming through from that Boba direction. That's XLG trying to set something up, but their anchors aren't ready to actually play off of that util. But there's Coconut and Happyway coming alive. And John brought down in seconds. Raga finally joins the party.
Bang, Paranoia, but just doesn't want to take this fight. Wants to cycle the dark cover first.
The refresh of that one-way is massive. That is going to bleed some more clock, but Raga is already nipping at the heels, starting to make his way up from main. Narrate knows the pressure's coming. Turns to flash, and 3 players from XLG, 4 in fact, set up, and Zekin is here to mow them down. One more for the Blood God, he says. I'll have them all.
Absolutely. Aforementioned BLG lost that they go on an 8-match winning streak. Beating them again. Viva with the first shot. Zekin in a little bit of trouble, but John's there to support. Cleans up those two. And
this now Coconut sets up, of course, with a smoke over it all to B main. That does leave Zekin as the sole player in the site. Just a little bit of a shoulder peek there. Raga not in a position to follow. Oh, okay. Headlong into that one he goes, but Zekin wants a little more. How does he get away? 10 health in a dream. Of course, that overdrive develops. Fast lane, you'd think would get him out, but somehow Midi's just picked his spot perfectly.
The headshot.
It didn't have to be, really, did it?
No, that's some ridiculous overkill. Midi just going to fall to the spike here. Sen will be very content to get out of this round. Zekin able to get out of the way.
Again, yeah, some space may be bored here, but Zekin's able to scale back into it. He doesn't even need any help. Narrate gets there. XLG.
This has been a Sentinels that have still really been existing under the shadow of the success of last year's roster. I think you mentioned still in the press conference, second Prowler used to clear all of this out, make it safe for him to get right into this site, take the space for the team.
I love that! Happyway reluctantly gave up elbow as the util came in wide, but he never really left.
And that's Raga able to take it.
And he's got a sense that Zelsus could be somewhere close by. Perhaps not that close. Cyber cage there for Zelsus. He might look to play around that neural theft. Also, John holding it down in mid, but time is short. They've got to get John out of mid. And he's brought down by Midi. Zelsus would have to try and salvage. He needs to find Raga, but he's run off. There's no... Coconut by no means is committed here, but look at XLG fighting for mid. They've got Raga up there in the middle as well. Paranoia, Bango has got around in a bit of a timing that XLG aren't ready for. One by one, they crumble. Midi's able to get 2 on the round, but Happyway's going to fight for his damn life. And I'm sorry. Are we not? This is a little bit dangerous. He's able to back off the line. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Narrate trying to get to a safer spot. Zekin taken down. Odor's marker was where the Thunder went. And XLG now with these Sheriffs. Recovered rifle. Raga still working with it. Narrow with the shorty. Flattens. Raga gets on out there, but Bang steps up for 3. Make it 4. And Viva. Sideline cut off. No step to the side. And Bang is waiting for his just desserts. Not quite the ace though. Viva's recovered rifle goes to work. SEN have still made it a 5-round. At least knows Midi's up in mid. Have to assume that Raga is close by. They know they haven't wrapped because that trap wire is still intact. This timing is important. Now they know Raga has pushed up tiles. Bang went for info himself with that Omen ultimate now. Sentinels have to make a decision. Back to B seems to be the call.
Like this from XLG, they get that pick and they immediately get out of dodge, ready to play for this retake. Sentinels, they want to opt to get into a B split. Again, the tripwire's still here, going to be very dangerous. Happyway wants to anchor backside.
Raga coming from the top of the map, he has the timing, he can get into mid. Zekken has already gone to work on the defenders. There's Raga turning up. Found a moment to get top mid, dealt with Celsius and then followed through.
I don't know, I do believe it was broken. Coconut wants to get the info here. He's going to be stunned up, but Zekken can't go in too fast. What a try peeks that! He is punished. No reason to force things. Again, dark coverage is used to obscure the view from top mid. Happyway's going to need to go off. Tight angle connects the headshot. And now double up backside. Midi. That duo ready to defend. But look at the insert from Zekken all the way towards elbow.
Door closed over towards market side. Coconut not spotted on that flank. It's going to be John. He'll have utilities hands. It's an easy kill. Oh, it's the spike as well. Now he can refresh the one way. Paranoia comes in. Sen can't really afford to respect that. They've got to go for it. Zekken doubles back, at least deals with the Omen that gummed up the works. Now Stinger Sheriff and proper rifle for XLG, but Zekken is waiting again at box.
They want to swing while the spike is going down. Zekken can't connect, neither can the XLG players. Aftershock going to force him right into the fault line. Zekken in danger.
It's Bang though that's really under pressure. Cosmetic stun, apparently the fault line is. And this is more time. Narrate's now been able to join the rest of Sentinels. Xi Lai Gaming. I've got Viva here trying to shock dart his way on out. Bang! Caught by that one. A whole 46 points of health stripped off of him, and now it's down to Narrate and Zekken, the ladder, who's just too sharp. 3 for the round, and Happyway, as brilliant as he's been, he's going to have to bring a world-beating performance to deal with this. Got their positioning broken. 5 health for Happyway. Narrate needs to get in here, and he should be able to finish the job. Sentinels keep...
Well, that'll give up the game. Zekken wants to go through. He wants to split this B-side from 3 angles.
Relay ball doesn't connect on anyone, and he's not happy. Not ready for Happyway to be tucked in on that corner.
That was a cosmetic stun if I've ever seen one. Raga wants to get into backside. He wants to anchor Happyway. Duo, the 2 stars of XLG, the best aimers here to anchor.
Oh, okay, that's good. Happyway at least able to make the trade. Normally Raga's used to being set up by Happyway, but here they're going to have to go with solo. Delta's around the cyber cage. Narrate was able to get bought tight and push up the right. And he has a multi-swing in theory coming out from Market, but they don't respect John's position. Even in numbers, Midi though has to step up to the stage. And it's a big ask as Coconuts doesn't fall far.
He's sight while the team is trying to execute onto A.
I don't know if Celsius is aware. Oh, he's not! Happyway's able to get the jump on him, and now quick pivot back.
Post plant, just ready and be main with the stun.
Aftershock already getting drawn out now. Relay bolt thrown on the side. It's Happyway, the one who set things up. But all of a sudden, Sentinels back in with numbers. Midi trying to hold it down. Has 2 flashes to work with, and Raga tucked to his left. Surely you can do something with this, but instead, Narrate just ruins him. John taken down through the smoke, but does he know Bang is on the defuse? He found the timing! And in a commanding position before Raga got to them. Fault line playoff might be a little swing here. Viva at least though not stunned up enough to prevent him from letting loose these balls with the Spectre. Sentinels feed themselves into the wood chipper. Banging from awful good fertilizer out there in LA.
That was X.
Well, Celsius trying to get busy.
Trying to get paid, trying to get a little extra cash.
But for how long? Sees what he needs to at that shoulder peak. Fault line comes in and Raga tries to soar into the side, but Narrate clips his wings.
What a sick way into B.
I like that idea. Let himself be pinged, but the timing doesn't quite line up. Celsius realizes, yes, yep, Happyway is here, as always. Able to get the better of him. Winning that individual fight out is huge. And this would be a pretty strong conversion of the buy round for Sentinels getting back into this half. Viva's brought down. 4 rifles carried. Narrate here. Might have an opportunity. Raga's pushing in on me. He's so deep, and Narrate's able to deal with him. Thought he was stunned up briefly by the relay bolt. Really declawed XLG with that pick off on the Neon. Viva very patient on this line, but Celsius doesn't give him enough leg to make use of. Remember, Narrate is in this A side. He's in the A side, creeping up on the planter. What a timing! Sentinels team finding your niche a bit harder. It's going to be a fast hit over towards the A side of the map, though. Wide second already on the line. Raga chunked down to 10. John is able to finish the job. The classic 1-2 punch. As the Outlaw rings out, it's Narrate again. Always in an awkward spot.
All of XLG now just stuck in elbow. The entire Sentinels team here. You can always expect second both initiator ultimates to work with. However,
30
it's
seconds left.
likely going to be the exact same case for Sen. Midi dealt with Happy Way. Now spotted out, and it's only a matter of time for him. John will love to get involved, and that's going to get him the Rolling Thunder. And that's working towards A-Bang. Oh my god, barely caught twice on the run. Rarga's hungry.
Happy Way actually pushed up the left side at the same time, so great explosive moment there for XLG. Again, it's Happy Way and Raga leading the way.
This is exactly what they needed. They have to worry about Link right now. There's no smoke to cover it up, and Narrate is just happy to get a forward position. This could certainly catch someone off guard.
Narrate will need to make a correction when he does. God, he's been good here. Trying to back away now. Rolling Thunder comes through from the attack as XLG want to disrupt Sentinels as they make this push out of Link. Timing is everything though. Rolling Thunder. God, they're using all of it as well. Nightfall expended now by Sentinels. Narrate not quite ready to get up on this line. Good damage though through the wall, and Zelsus has come to the rescue. Now, the Fate can keep moving. Raga is here in halls alongside Viva. Try and keep eyes on this. But that fast lane makes it tough, and Raga's chunked down to 8. These next couple of shots, critical for the duelist, so they do get second. But now it's on Viva. 1v2, Zelsus on the line. Viva down to 20, and that'll do it. They've done enough, Sentinels, to get themselves to map point.
Cutie and Zelsus' iteration of this team began, and they are as good as ever. This would require a monumental comeback, but second is too good right now.
In a market though, at least XLG have been able to set up a staging ground. This will leave Zelsus looking a little bit stranded, but do they check this corner? Absolutely not! A freebie for Zelsus here as Raga deals with it, but it's electrified play from second.
Raga and Midi are stuck. This is a bizarre situation. Zelsus doesn't want to give them an inch. He doesn't want to swing.
Gonna wait, and there he goes. Emerges with a right click, and it's another one for the 5 merchant. And the door shuts. Narrate with the swing.
Spike down A.
Zelsus eventually brought down. Narrate also both offenders from the defense side quelled, but the spike's loose. Zeka might have a timing here. Disrespect the poison orb and push through seems to be the plan. And I for one am here for it. Step up on the site, Paranoia cut through. Happy Way tucked along with Coconut. This paint shell definitely going to rattle the cage a little bit. There it is, Happy Way brought down by it, but Coconut and John, the one way being respected. John swings while Paranoid, and Coconut salvages the round. We have a dual Marshall take on this round. Okay, so he is a wrench in the works there over and together.
And you really saw Rarga online at his best playing that. Yoru especially, Chamberon's occasion as well. The Neon was so disconnected from the team on Sunset. That has to be rectified.
Being here on Viva, Sen trying to get some bang for their buck at the end of the round. Important round to convert on for Sentinels. Great start. Look at that pop out of B, and there's 2 players sat on that line. Coconut
For XLG to get back into this.
sees in towards Pit. That is definitely going to catch on the Midi, decaying him down, holding him in place. And so Viva gets overwhelmed. No chance for Midi to try and trade there from lower Pit. Gonna have to be a fast play now here from Sentinels. And when Midi tries to gum up the works, it's Raga dealt with. And Sentinels give XLG just enough rope to trip themselves with in that round. Giving some space, waiting to double it behind. Still guarding.
It's going to be ripped right now. Rarga's pressed up very far forward, and with these weak weapons, it's just all too easy.
John and Zelsus combined for 4. Finally, Midi will have access to his weapon, but not before Narrate cuts him to the quick. Sentinels very quickly dropped pistol. They have valuable defense side round for Sen. They feel like they're worth 2 attack side rounds on this map sometimes. Second sees enough. Draws a beat on Coke. Rolling Thunder though comes out. XLG hoping to fight with it, but there wasn't really an opportunity. Decken gets in there, downed by Midi Stinger, and Shorty, yep, will get the job done. Smoke there over towards that baby door direction. Viva needs to make a decision here. Can he peek on a timing with Happy Way? It's awkward with the Marshall to try and get a retake, and now he's going to be revealed essentially by the Prowler. Happy Way taking pot shots, but doesn't quite have the accurate spot location. He's not trained on the mark. And that's a defuse, seeing Viva looking a little.
That lane to get forward. Sen want none of it. They peel back to the site.
Looks like Coconut ulted for some information. Zekken down, that's a duelist out of the way. Happy Way leads. It's Gets aggressive, but bangs up a sprain down through the box. A good TP away, and Narrate picks up the line for him. Again, defensive trading, very, very strong for Sentinels. And they swing around that corner. Bang is handled. Viva, though, low. Sen have given up this A site now.
You know that John retreats temporarily. Zels is silently working downstairs, hoping that... Oh my god, what a double face! That's beautiful from XLG.
And that our drone isn't going in John's direction. He is able to slip past it. Coconut, though, finds it. John knows approximately where to Sova.
Come out from there, stunned up.
He's got to get right across to the side. They know he's here. Zels gets the drop on him. And the Razorvine means that nobody can follow up on the Neon. Oh god, no one is looking in Narrate.
Last player standing.
Once again, it's the timing that XLG are just not ready for.
Gamers from XLG. Raga wants to push forward. He's hungry for that first kill.
Oh no. Raga wins it out. He's first in the game. Eventually he'll fall, but he feels like he's probably done enough now. Narrate wanted to get ahead of this. In fact, all of Sentinels disrespecting. Here's that flood. Midi on the line, marked down. Of course, decayed quite low by that Nightfall. Coconut still gets his.
Exactly
Beaver going to be pinged out to the back of the site now. Neural theft here for the attackers and Happyways somehow wended his way behind Sentinels. It's all on John. Plenty to see, a lot of targets to go for, and he knows, of course, those pulsing tethers where he needs to look.
Unfortunate.
Happyway gives him a tickle. He's got 3 bullets left in the chamber. No time to reload them. An unlikely round win for Bang takes an off angle, turns the flash. That's going to be checked for. Relay bomb comes in, but they're not ready for this. Second in the corner. Narrate from Upper.
One enemy
Picture
remaining.
perfect hole from Sentinels. Stopping XLG in their tracks.
Come up huge with a flank timing, something.
The paranoia, maybe a seize to let them flood in behind, but they don't have the brim, or rather the breach flashes to work with. So far, so good. Still weaker weaponry for the attackers. Paranoia connects. Narrate deals with Happyway, and Viva now takes some pot shots in through that smoke. John has to get on the defuse, but Coconut's already found some damage. A better weapon, maybe. It's half. John will be protected by Zekin. 6 defense side rounds for Sentinels. Half. It doesn't pan out, though, XLG or elsewhere. They've got so much, a veritable ton of util to try and fight through it again. You're sliding past the shield wall. Where's the backup?
There's still so much util here. Happyway tries to find a timing. He does get in first, clears out some of the thorns.
Bank Shell could end him, though. Nope, Zelsus gets to him first. A com-level flank play from Happyway over the course of this.
To this big site right now, Raga going forward with the overdrive. Vulnerable up, can he even find a target? How deep does he want to push?
John still respects it. They're trying to set up a multi-phase situation. Raga down to 49. He's got himself 2. And that's going to have to be enough. Shows up for second. Fire! Oh, man! And the paint shells! He's doing it all!
Not only does he stop the plant, but that's the rolling thunder gone.
Now Coconut trying to figure out if there's a way to make use of this from the shadows. And instead he goes to the Shadow Realm. Now sometimes, even if you know what's coming, it doesn't make it any easier. It's second with 3 away. We said they had one of their 3 win conditions in that first map and it wasn't enough. This time they got 0. Raga gets off to a start. Let's see if it's going to be a good one. Zelsus has just had his number the entire game, and this round is no exception. Coconut's on a flank here, but they hear the footsteps, the pitter-patter. Bang is ready for it. Viva
Last player standing.
and steps up. John is just too clean with it.
It's spacing that we saw from them in their run. It just crumbles in that moment. Can Happyway be a hero? Catches John on the cross. Isolated 1v1, but it's won out by Bang.
Outside of this cam that's watching Mound, that so far has yielded nothing. Maybe a multi-push off this B main position, but Happyway, he had it all to do on that corner with the Sheriff. It'll be tough to pull off.
And with the Cypher pressed up so close there, dying alone. Sentinel, they're just supposed to accelerate into this C site. The rest of XLG with classics only. Bang the only one here to deal with him so far. Swing's going to come from Zelsus. Raga gets 1 trade.
Yeah, this thing is here for Sentinels. Will have plenty of application. Raga's got a Bulldog to hand currently. There is a the quad stack that XLG tried to set up at the start of the round.
A Prowler to get out here. Potential Haunt as well. Stun onto Zelsus. They want to isolate this fight. Raga pushing forward. Great double peek. I love that proactivity to find an advantage. That's going to give away the game as well. Look at the rotation from XLG on the top of the map, taking out that Sentinel. They know the hit is going to be coming into A.
Dekin's got 1 job and 1 job only, but Viva had the stopping power of a Mack truck to take the Raze out of the round. Bang, drill with bullets through the boxes. Narrate getting just the kind of engagement this Stinger player wants. John's actually got a rifle to play
One
with.
enemy remaining.
He will be the
30
last
seconds
one
left.
standing.
Spike down A.
Right from Prince, John stepped up, knocked it down. Like you mentioned, not a great...
They've left second all the way over in tree on A, by the way, as they're trying to get him stuff. Raga, again, able to find an opener. And it's a pivot back as Second is just taking this forward position. Can Hathaway catch him? Yes, he does. Second shot in the side.
Sen here making a couple of rough assumptions. And Narrate is getting involved again with the Odin. No one getting pinged out by that recon. Bang with a smoke on upper, but still no plant. That spike is loose.
This is XLG just taking his time, ready to pounce when the spike gets tapped. 15 seconds left.
Playing close, and Raga. That is a full Ferrari pick there for Nang.
10 seconds
Nicely jumped.
left.
7 seconds left. Still needs to be a plant at some point. John taken down by Coconut. Off that push from stairs.
Last player standing.
And it's all on Bang. Bulldog with Midi and Viva standing in his way. Wraps around, but XLG are doubled up there. They're willing to take 1v1, but Bang's not going to give him a bloody choice.
Trying to ensure that no one from XLG pushes too deep. Second taking the peek. What? Whiffs onto Midi. Rapid sheriff shot slash regen for Sen as they walk towards these trips necessary to break it. Spike is here. And Narrate.
Seconds left.
Nightfall now available here for Narrate. Bang also with it from the shadows. A lot to work with, and the spam is going to be deadly from this Odin. A very permeable piece of wall stands between Sen and XLG, and Raga hopes to step up. Razorvine here is definitely going to be respected. Still not yet a plant, and Narrate has gone down. The spike is loose. John's going to come forward. It's him and Delsis versus the entirety of XLG's combined might. And Delsis with the spray down. Able to avoid it. Here is that Viper's pit though. All of that retake, you two are going to start to be expended by XLG. They're going to try to find a way into this pit. Coconut's done so. Seconds down. John is down, and so is the pit. On top of the Razorvine. XLG have found some step, but Bang and Narrate still stand in their way, and Bang, careful on the corner. Swing on Raga, reads low, the slide is good. And now it's Narrate. He'll be revealed in a moment, but he'll do the same. Throw that C's in. Spray around the corner. Raga to half, and out the way. Keeps XLG's head above the surging tides.
They certainly walked away from feeling like they should have even won. Sen, all players stacked up amount, probably gets the info.
What? The long range stinger. Coconut, who stood tall in that last retake, has already fallen. Chance for a gun recovery. Bucky Town is exactly where Raga gets dragged. Narrate is low. It is a rifle pick up for Second, and John goes to work. XLG thrust onto the stage. Viva down at 15 is all too much to do for XLG and Sentinels.
Attackers win.
The Reaper to visit the last.